Hello everyone, Dragon84 here and welcome back to another Luck Be a Landlord video. So, not much to say here. We're just gonna start another run. We lost our previous one, so kind of want a win here. Bubble's fine for the first one. I don't like War or Miner for the first three-sided die. Definitely very good early. Another three-sided die. I'm pretty sure that's better than a crab. Now a crab can go into the late game, but pretty often it won't. So yeah. Right. Paying 25, just doing well for now. Another 2-value symbol, always good. Don't mind the lockpick. Rain cloud is kind of meh. Pool ball is fine, but I'm just gonna go for the lockpick. It might not do anything, but it could also just give us a lot of stuff. Let's go for the cultist. It's been a while since we've last really seen a good cultist run. I'm not gonna pick up a toddler if I don't need to. We're a little bit ahead, so that gives us a decent opportunity to find more cultists. So let's hope that that happens. We picked a lockpick, so a key is worthless to us. Let's grab the present. We have a lot of empty spots, so I think it'll definitely have time to unwrap. Alright, there's just a single 2-value symbol. We definitely want 2-value symbols here. Treasure map isn't great, especially since it gives us a key, which is essentially just a 1-value symbol that we can't get rid of. 14 every spin, that's a little bit on the low side, so we definitely want more. I'm gonna grab a shiny pebble just to have more symbols. 14 again. Alright, there's a lockbox, very good. That will definitely help us make rent. And a bear, just 2-value symbols all the way here. Until we fill up, we just want better and better symbols. Lucky capsule, that's very good because that gives us a guaranteed rare. Mrs. Fruit is a good rare. So we've already made next rent, that's good. My son is making a little bit of noise in the background, I hope you can't hear him. Another rare, that's good. Pink pepper is fine, tax evasion doesn't do anything yet, jack-o'-lantern doesn't really do anything, so it's just pink pepper. Let's see if we can get more good rares, because treasure chest? Sure, I mean, gives us 50 straight up, that's good. Light bulb, I mean, we have 2 gems, but they're kind of bad gems. I don't want these. Could have gone for the banana, for Mrs. Fruit, but I don't think that's worth it. Rain is okay, but don't really want it. We have 3 empties, so I'm gonna grab the bar of soap. It's gonna give us a little bit of money right now. Early on, bar of soap is still fine. And we have already made next rent, so that's fine. But we are not in a perfect position yet. I want another 3-sided die, so it gives us a third 3-sided die, which can help us. Having 3 of something is usually good. And we still want symbols like that. So we're almost rent payment ahead. Rusty Gear Essence is so incredible. So we do have a lot of duds right now. So it will be a short time before Rusty Gear Essence can do a lot of work. But I'm just gonna grab it, turn it off for now. If I remember to do it. Dark Humor gives us comedians. We don't have anything that it works with yet. I'm just gonna go for the lime pepper. I think it's more consistent for now. We're gonna wait for the Rusty Gear on those dots to disappear. And I just want another 2-value symbol. It's not a great 2-value symbol, but we just want stuff. 25, that's fine. First goldfish. 22. 22 means we are definitely behind. I'm gonna grab the owl. It's not great, but honestly, we just want stuff right now. This is interesting. So I don't think we're doing well enough for a goal yet. Toddler doesn't do anything, but we could go for a fourth 3-sided die. It means that Rusty Gear Essence will be much more likely to hit the dice, which can help us a lot. I'm just gonna go for it. But we have to wait for the dots to disappear. Matryoshka doll, we are still in a position where we can afford to pick that up. Cherry, very good. We want everything for Mrs. Fruit here. It's also when I see stuff like that, I start thinking that maybe I skipped on a coconut at some point. I hope I didn't. Also, we didn't make it by a large margin. As I said, we're not doing especially well. Third bear. That could be interesting, right? We have 2 bears already, and no, we don't really want that. But we're also not doing all that well for a Matryoshka doll. Right, let's go for this. Have a peach. We have an owl, so a birdhouse could do something. Goldilocks is interesting. Again, I mean, I'm thinking about the possibility of having more than 3 bears line up for the Rusty Gear Essence, which could work. I've never done that. I have had more than 3 symbols line up for Rusty Gear Essence, but yeah. It would be interesting. Let's go for it, actually. I'm just gonna go for it. The dots have some time to go yet, but... You know what? I'm just gonna do this. I don't think we have a lot of time. Let's remove the cultist, remove the flower, make it as likely as possible for the bears to line up. We've had all of the dice line up, that's also fine. We got a flower back, which definitely isn't very good, but it's what we have right here, which means that we have a lot of 2-value bears. Not the best. I'm gonna grab the banana, try and find a thief later to remove the banana. As I said, I mean, I don't think we're in great shape. We need something to go really well for us if we're going to survive this. But I choose to believe that a coconut is the right pick here, even though I'm not sure. In the long run, it'll be a lot better, but in the short term, I'm not sure. We're not going to pick up random 2-value symbols. 38. Yeah, we're not making this. We missed it by 4. That's a shame. So that tells me that if I hadn't picked up Goldilocks, that we probably would have won this one. Alright, this one was so short, I'm just gonna retry. Now, I've noticed that whenever I fail and retry, I am more likely to fail. So maybe this will be very bad for our win rate eventually, but I choose to believe. Yeah, we're making this rent, so present is still fine. Not picking up a dwarf if I can help it. Rabbit is very, very good eventually. Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. Reroll is also fine, it makes our die a little bit better. Rabbit fluff, very good. So we're getting a decent start. Another rabbit fluff. We might actually get something to do with all of those stuff, those things. Yep, and we have made this rent. So we made a few picks that hindered us a little bit, but we definitely made it. Geologist, early geologist, always picking it up. I don't even know what else is there. Green pepper, also extremely good. Our duds are going to pay out a lot. Alright, gambler. Alright, so reroll makes it a lot less likely for us to roll once, so our gambler might survive a little bit. I mean, there's nothing else to pick anyway, so even if it just gives us 3, that's still fine. There's a dame, so we already have a call, so eventually the dame will be extremely good. And there's an oyster to make our geologist better, so we have a very good setup for late game here. We do need to survive, but yeah, we are doing very well for now. It's interesting how big those differences can be, right? I mean, last run we kind of gambled a little bit, but right now, I mean, we're just set up for the late game already, even though we haven't even gone that far yet. Our gamblers are surviving pretty long, which I don't mind. I mean, they can stay as long as they like. Rerolling doesn't really help us, so let's just skip here. We want more symbols eventually, but we have a lot of time here. Reroll capsule's fine. Never picking up a miner when I have geologist. Extra pearl, that's fine. I mean, we'll have as many pearls as we like. We can basically pick up a key for free here. And we're gonna have a diamond very, very soon, which is also going to be extremely good for us. Big ore, definitely picking it up over a random 2-value symbol. Yep. So our geologist is going to be insane later on in the run. It's already pretty good, but it'll be better and better and better. Oh, this is also interesting. So an X-ray machine gives us diamond. It's the X-ray machine essence. I think that's also very, very easy. We don't have a bear. That was last run. We can pick up the lunchbox. I don't know if we'll find anything in it, but we don't really have anything to lose here. Let's remove the flower first. I still like removing the flower over the coin first, but I don't think it matters a lot. 51 this spin, that's insanely good. Yeah, we are very far ahead here. And when our geologist breaks our ore, we are going to have 3 diamonds. And let's grab a mine, I guess. Even though the mine might cost us a diamond, I think it's still better to pick it up than not to pick it up. Yeah. It cost us 1 diamond. That's fine. We'll have more. Maybe. Maybe not. If we don't find more than 2 diamonds, we are still going to be very happy with our situation. We don't need a Matryoshka doll here. We're just gonna grab an item, see if something comes out. I still think picking up the mine was a very good choice. Alright. $70 this spin, that's insane. As you can see, we are incredibly far ahead. This run and the previous one, that's just night and day. But we finally got to use Goldilocks once, so that's probably a plus. We don't have any arrows yet, and we definitely want to pick up any goals that we see, so let's just pick up the time machine. Not sure if it's going to be relevant or not, but at least we have it now. There's a cultist, but we don't want a cultist. We can have a light bulb. I'm not sure if it's good, but I mean, we have multiple diamonds and it's still early, so it's probably good. And we get to remove some stuff here. Let's remove the cherry. Everything we remove also gives us money from the grey pepper. Yeah, and because of our rare chance, we are getting some uncommon things from our ores, but I really don't mind that. It gives us some short-term money. There's a save to remove our key. So we're gonna have less symbols again, which is probably going to help us too. We're also already over 600. This is... Yeah, we need to pay 300, we have almost 700. So we are in no danger of ever losing this run, it looks like. This could be a guaranteed rare. Doesn't have to be. We already have a chemical 7. I'm just gonna grab a second chemical 7. Pizza the cat, I guess, even though we might remove our cat pretty soon. Although, right now, our owl is on the chopping block before the cat, so... Sure. We don't have anything for the lockbox anymore, so... Sure. Dame is buffing our pearls, which means that they're not a liability at that point. Did we have the goldfish bowl in this run? No, that was the other one. Don't think this is a guaranteed rare, so I'm just gonna grab the spirit and leave. It's still a rare, so... Yeah. 63. I mean, we got the Dame from a lucky capsule and we got the geologist just randomly. Although, I don't know what exactly the odds are of getting a rare. There seems to be some hidden mechanic where you stack up rare chance by seeing a lot of symbols or something like that, and you're more likely to see a rares during your rent payments. But I don't know what exactly the mechanics are. I don't know if we'll ever find out, but that's also fine. We have so much money. It's very, very, very unlikely that we'll lose this run. There are probably ways to lose it. Robin Hood, I don't want to Robin Hood this run. Apple is okay. Doesn't really help us. Let's go with the diver. Diver is fun. And happy hour, I don't know. We don't really want to remove anything. Alright. Maybe the hustling capsule was better than picking up a sapphire. We actually... I mean, it's not gonna matter this run, but in general, you kind of want... right, you want to make sure that when you don't roll your geologist, you're still making money. So having money that isn't depending on that one symbol showing up should be important. It's not going to be important this run. There's another cultist, but it's not going to matter anymore. Our third diamond is pretty close to being here, so that's also good. Yeah, we don't want any of those. Don't need to reroll. We don't need anything anymore. I really wonder, this is one of those moments where you wonder, if I were to skip the rest of the pickups for the entire rest of the run, would I still win? I don't know, maybe? There's a pretty decent chance that I would win there. But I'm not gonna try, because picking up stuff is at the very least just fun. You know what, I'm just gonna go with stuff like this. Reroll? There's an apple. Apple's fine, it's not great. Rusty gear. That would really have helped them on the last run. We don't have a lot that it works with, even though it's insane in general. But we're gonna have 3 diamonds pretty soon, so yeah. Rusty gear will still be extremely good. We have 3 rabbit flaps, which means that our credit card essence is going to be more likely to give us something useful. There's a second Dame. Yeah. When you have 3 diamonds, 2 Dames is probably going to be good. 80 for this spin. There's a third Dame. I mean, fine. I'm fine with that. That means that if our dames all line up, we are going to get money from our rusty gear, which would be funny. Let's grab an item capsule. Don't think it really matters much which one we get. This makes it less likely for us to find rain, so that's also probably good. Buffing capsule, sure. It's just going to give us some money. Pretty soon we're going to want to remove our owl. Yeah, we definitely don't have time for another coal. 111. Let's grab another light bulb because we have 3 diamonds. Does make it a little bit less likely for rusty gear to trigger, but I don't think that's going to matter all that much. Let's grab a hustling capsule. I should probably have picked up the essence capsule, but that we don't have to. 96. Alright. Witch or sun? Nope. General Seraph would probably be the worst thing that we could do right here. That would be an interesting way to try and lose this run. Let's grab the egg carton. How many symbols do we have? 23. Alright, let's lose the owl. Our diver hasn't done anything yet, right? Oh, one of our divers has done something, the other one hasn't. So let's start feeding the divers because we have 2. They look hungry. And otherwise, what are you having 2 value symbols for, right? You want them to be better than that. Not that we need them to be better, but yeah. Not sure if picking up a 3rd rabbit fluff was good there, but a 4th rabbit fluff. But that's what we did. Oyster? Fine. Probably remove the cat at some point. No, let's just start removing 3-sided dice. Even though that we have a reroll, they're still not that great. Oh yeah, we have 2 divers. I thought we don't have a fish tank, we don't want the goldfish, but we have 2 divers. 83 sand dollar, great. So our divers are going to get well fed too. Pufferfish. Great. Let's see how high we can take this. Midas Bomb would also be very interesting. It would not lose us the run, but it would definitely not be the most fun thing that we can do right now. So, not gonna do it here. Yeah, I mean, we would be in no danger of losing, even if it would destroy all of our great symbols. Green pepper essence is always going to trigger, so that's fine. Don't really need a 3rd diver, but we also don't need any of the other ones. Adoption papers? Jellyfish. So that means that we get to remove our cat. We're making 130 whatever this run, this spin. 25 symbols, even though a lot of them might be temporary, I don't know. I'm just gonna do this. If we end up with empty spots in a second, we'll see about that. 91, sure. 97. There's a Beastmaster. Beastmaster doesn't really do a lot, but it's probably better to have him than not to have him. It's fine. We have a rabbit, and we're picking up things like all kinds of things anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is not the point to be picking up a Beastmaster, but it's also not going to actively hinder us in any way, so fine. Yeah, our dames are paying out for this spin, that's good. And a little bit more, for good measure. You know, I could have gone my entire life not knowing that a sand dollar is a creature. That's an actual animal, sort of. And I would never have known if it wasn't for Luck Be a Landlord. So let's all take a moment to think about how happy we are that that's knowledge that we can have now. This is not a guaranteed rare, so I'm just gonna skip on it. We definitely don't need a random 3 value symbol, and the sun just doesn't do anything for us at this point. Alright, so we need to make 777. It's literally impossible not to do that. So yeah, it was very greedy to skip on all of those, but you know what? Let's skip here too. It really doesn't help us to pick up things that we're not gonna use. Let's remove the rabbit fluff, I guess. Yeah, chef doesn't do anything. Yeah, so that was it. A very intense and very short run, and after that a very relaxed and relatively short run. I mean, I think we're keeping the combination of both runs under half an hour, which is extremely quick. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of rares too. I mean, yeah. Maybe I should have picked up the 4th diver in order to try and get them to line up with the rusty gear. You know what? Maybe that's actually an interesting late game strategy. But you can also just get more diamonds. More diamonds works too. Now, more diamonds has a very definite ceiling. So when you're going for endless, that's not the best strategy to go for. But for our current run, there's really no downside to just picking up more diamonds. If you're in non-endless mode and you have a full screen full of diamonds, you have 1. It's that easy. If you're going on endless, then you are going to lose eventually. Alright, I mean, that's a run. We didn't really need to make a lot of decisions after picking up an early geologist. And we had a lot of other stuff going on too. This was just a pretty easy run. Now, that means that after a loss and a win, we need to look again. 65 divided by 104 means that we have 62.5% win rate. So we're under 63. If we want to start winning more again, we have to get on that. Anyway, we're under half an hour for 2 runs. Let's call that a win. I had fun, and I hope you had fun. And I will see you next time on another Luck Be a Landlord video. Goodbye.